Am I the asshole for dancing at a wedding even though I was a +1 to a friend? Now, I saw that, and I saw asshole, and I'm thinking, what is this story where this person actually is the bad guy? Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Am I the Asshole episode on Officially, Unofficially. That's what you say. I've already fucked that one up, haven't I?
You've already fucked it up. You're also going to have to bleep these because we're early on in the episode, and so we don't want to get demonetized. Pushing towards that monetization. We've done well recently. Yes. We've gone, let's say, soft viral. We've done pretty well.
We have, and we're also testing something today for the first time. We're recording live on Twitch. Say hello, everyone in our little audience.
Hello. So anybody watching this later won't be able to see those comments. They won't be anywhere.
No, I'll cut. It's the magic of editing. I'll cut to them. Yeah, they'll see them. They'll see those, so it's all good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Shall we AITA ourselves?
I think we should, because I think typically you would describe yourself as an arsehole, you would.
I am normally the A, yeah.
Yeah, which I think is fair. I've got one ready to go. I've actually,
take us in.
There's a few of these ones. I love a subreddit where someone asks a question as to their character. I saw one the other day where it was like, I found these messages on my fiance's phone. What should I do? And then someone said, talk to her. What do you mean? Like, I don't know what you're asking. Why would you not talk to her in this scenario? It's like her messaging her ex or something. It's like, chat. So normally it's just talk to your partner, but I'm on Am I Wrong? So,
okay.
Am I wrong for telling the woman next to me on a 6-hour flight to stop talking to me while I was working? We take a lot of flights.
Instant answer, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. If someone's chatting, going, what are you doing now? Oh, you seen that cloud? Oh, the plane's on fire.
Off. I'm doing things.
I'm on fire now.
So, I was flying Denver to Boston. That's Denver, Colorado to Boston, Massachusetts. Last Tuesday for a client presentation. I had my laptop out, noise-cancelling headphones on, and was actively typing / editing a deck that I was presenting at 9 a.m. the next morning.
Full vibes, don't talk to me.
If
I'm in my zone.
In any context has headphones on, do not talk to them. The woman next to me tapped my arm to ask if I was in tech because of the laptop stickers. I said, marketing, just working on a deadline, sorry. And put my headphones back on. Brilliant. What a response.
So clear.
Locked in response. Absolutely brilliant. She tapped me again 10 minutes later to ask if I'd seen some Netflix show because my sticker looked like the logo.
Oh,
I said, no, sorry, really need to focus, and turned slightly away. She tapped me a third time to tell me her daughter was in marketing and started showing me photos on her phone. I finally said, as politely as I could, I paid for Wi-Fi to finish this presentation and I'm on a deadline. I really can't chat right now. I hope you understand. She went silent, then called a flight attendant over and asked to be moved because I was aggressive and hostile.
Now my first thought here is this is all from his side. This is more like one of those who's in the wrong things. I'd love to hear her take on this.
Because they're working.
Oh, do you not say he? Oh, I guess I'm a horrible man.
No gender
then.
was said, so...
Wow, damn. Okay, fair enough. Then I'm the A. That's not the T.
Not the T, it's not the T.
No, so this person... Male or female.
They.
Or, exactly, neither, or both. Got myself into a corner now.
Already, yep.
They are very much making themselves feel like the good guys.
They're Ricky Gervaising themselves, potentially, here.
Somewhat, and she's chewing, yeah.
They're being... I was the reasonable atheist in this situation. There was nothing that could have been done better on my half. I do back them, though. If they're saying that they were basically just like, look, sorry, I just need to get on with this. That's also a completely normal response. That's fine. Yep. So they told the flight attendant that they were aggressive and hostile. The flight attendant asked if everything was okay. I said I just needed to work. The woman got moved to another seat, middle seat, worst spot, and I heard her tell the flight attendant that young people are so rude these days.
That's an older woman.
The guy across the aisle later told me I should have just humoured her for 20 minutes because she was probably lonely. Not my fucking responsibility. Your loneliness. It's not my problem. I don't need to manage your social battery.
Is that what you'd call me if I was king, by the way? Your loneliness.
It would be your loneliness.
Your loneliness.
My girlfriend thinks I was too blunt and should have faked a headache or something. No, that's worse. Now you're lying to her for no reason.
Also, just because there's a girlfriend doesn't mean that the op is a man. Just in case anyone was wondering. Because
that's the tea.
Women can women. Women can woman.
But I had 4 hours of work to do. I was probably the first 2 times I feel like I need to work should be enough of a boundary on a daytime fly. Am I the arsehole? No. In no world are you the arsehole for that. I cannot believe the audacity of that woman to tap thrice.
Thrice taps is too many taps. 1 tap is weird. If I'm working with headphones on a train or a plane or
an automobile
next to you or an automobile and someone taps me, I'm very much actively going,
I'm making it a thing that I'm like this is an effort for me. I'm going, sorry, what was that? Oh. And then I'm genuinely, while they're still talking, I'm probably headphone back on and turning back. Genuinely. I want to appear rude, essentially, to the point where they don't want to talk to me.
Yes, a little bit of rudeness. A little bit of rudeness as if to say...
Passively rude.
Yeah, you know, you're like an animal. You're like the little worm that has feathers. Some feathers are orange, as in leave me alone.
You could have picked any other animal here if you were going with feathers. Or snake with the colours of the scales.
Let me style it out, man. Let me style it out. You're a worm with feathers, okay? And some feathers are a sort of nice, friendly blue, as in I'm trying to mate. Caca. I'm trying to make friends. Caca.
It's a bird then.
Other feathers of the worm are red and orange, as in caca. Leave me alone. You're oranging. You're orange, somewhere between yellow and orange.
None of that analogy had to happen. You forced yourself to do an analogy that then didn't have to happen at any point.
Caca.
It's insane how wrong you get words. Like frequently, you get it wrong every single time. But
I get words wrong, but worms right.
That is, I think, the most egregious thing that you can do to another human being on public transport. Another thing, though, that I want to just throw in there is a defense of the old lady. The older lady, not old lady. The old
from
lady.
Or is this your defense?
This is my defense of her point to an extent. If I am talking to somebody, or someone comes up to me, which happens to us at gaming events, we work in Rocket League, which is sort of like it's like a car football game through an Epic Game Store now. How would you
you're like
describe
Messi's. It's like, imagine instead of pressing a button to do a pass, you are actively controlling Messi's boot in a physics-based way.
Yes, like Brendan Rodgers' right knee.
You're lifting it, you're lowering it, left and right. Brilliant game. You should get it.
So, free to play on the Epic Store. And I would say to me that if someone comes up to me and they're talking and they have AirPods in, genuinely that pisses me off. Because I'm like, so you're listening to music at the same time, I'm assuming listening to music, at the same time that we're having a conversation. Pause that. Or take them out. I don't know. This is my boomer take. This is absolutely my boomer take of why you don't need a backing track. You don't need this.
Well, it's funny because, so my headphones, I've got a thing, I won't do it because it's always so glitchy, but it has got a feature where if you put your right hand over this cup, it basically makes it a microphone, so you can talk perfectly calmly and naturally. But I wouldn't do that of a stranger that doesn't know that. No. Because if they go, oh yeah, sorry, how you doing? They're like, can you hear me? Should I be shouting? I wouldn't trust that, on somebody else's.
I think my issue, I just find it so rude. Like you walking around. Also, if I'm, say, in a shop or whatever, and I'm walking around and I've got headphones on normally, if I then go to pay, 10 times out of 10, I'm taking the headphones off.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Every single time. I'm not leaving
so much
headphones on.
Me too.
Twitter in 2017 be like. So I think that...
The delayed laugh. Well done.
There you go. I think that if you have got headphones on, and you want to talk to somebody, take those headphones off. Absolutely. Okay. AirPods out. It's such a thing.
At least one. I think. If you take one out and lean, that's acceptable.
But I think if you're in a conversation with somebody, an extended conversation, a one-off thing, whatever. But if you're in an extended conversation with somebody, or you're hanging out with a mate, take the fucking AirPods out. I very strongly dislike that. We've got, as we're doing this live, we've got somebody responding in the chat as well, saying, what about if these pods are translators? A completely different scenario you've just made up there, to be honest. Translate it then. I don't know. I just think that if you are if you're wearing AirPods and you're if you're in a conversation with somebody that happens to us at gaming events, I find you actively rude in that moment. That's my boomer take.
No,
I
it's
would
very
ban
fair.
AirPods in conversations.
It's a very fair boomer take. I am. I'm on your side there, but I'm also on the ops side. Was anybody against the op in that one? Any comments?
In the comments,
Yeah.
you were clear and it sounds like you were polite at first. The woman does sound lonely and entitled, neither of which is your problem.
Yeah, basically.
Which is completely fair. I'm going to go to controversial. Let's see if there's any people saying, like, you're such a dick. Oh, okay, well, this one feels really targeted. I don't know what YNW stands for. You're not wrong.
Not welcome. You're not wrong, maybe.
She honestly sounds like she shouldn't be travelling by air without an aid. At minimum, she requires a higher level of support than can be reasonably asked of an unsuspecting stranger.
Sorry, that's a lot of that's a lot of projection. She's an old lady that she's got tapping capabilities. If you can tap, then you can fly.
She's just had a chat. Like we don't. I don't quite understand that one, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever, even I've seen someone say that when they're on the plane with their husband, they'll put headphones on because, like, you're probably not having a chat. When me and Anna flew for the first time together, you know, we took off, it was whatever, it was fine. And I went, bye, put headphones on. And she was like, what? Aren't we, like, talking? And I was like, no.
Wow.
The plane's not the place to talk. Are you kidding me? That's insane.
Wow, lucky her. Because you said the same about the car. You said the same about the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said the same about the TV when you're watching telly.
Yeah, the same about the kitchen when I'm making food.
yeah, true. And it's you making food. Very woke. That's how woke Stumpy
Very
Goblin is.
woke. And
shall
they
we?
always like it. But yeah,
we?
You are the arsehole all the way around. I'll say they are the arsehole all the way around.
The old lady needs to pick her fights.
This episode of
Unofficially
the best fucking podcast on the fucking internet. Thanks, Ludwig.
Scabadoo, scabadoo-doo. That's where I put in the intro, everyone.
Very good. That was a beautiful intro. Fantastic intro. Claps all round. Cool, Cole.
Yes.
Are you the arsehole?
Well, so I like this one because I've seen the title and I've also seen, you know, the little tagline, the little flare. The flare says asshole, okay?
Ooh.
So I saw that, and then I saw that. So that's a spoiler. We're doing this in a different order, right?
Okay.
Because the title is, am I the asshole for dancing at a wedding, even though I was a +1? It's because the asshole. Am I the asshole for dancing at a wedding? Shut up! Am I the asshole for dancing at a wedding, even though I was a +1 to a friend? Now, I saw that, and I saw asshole, and I'm thinking, what is this story where this person actually is the bad guy?
What dancing could there have been? It must
exactly.
be. Like, is it like a Victoria Beckham style, grinding on the groom, on her son? It might be.
It could be twerking on the bride herself.
Maybe.
Shall we find out?
Yes, okay.
My friend and co-worker was invited to his close friend's wedding and received a +1.
Okay.
Since he had just broken up with his girlfriend, he didn't want to go alone and be seen alone in photos on social media. So he asked if I would go with him.
Is she lady?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
I love weddings, and I didn't have plans for the weekend and always wanted to see this particular venue in person anyway, as I always pictured it for myself, so I said yes.
Lovely.
I didn't know the bride and groom, but I'm aware of wedding etiquette such as don't wear white, don't upstage the bride, be polite, etc.
Classic social interaction things there. Don't be rude. If someone's got headphones on, don't tap them thrice. Just the normal things.
Although Linnea is planning on wearing white to your wedding. Anyway, the wedding comes
and I drown her in a fountain.
The wedding comes and I show up with my co-worker/date. I meet a lot of his buddies and we're all getting along fine. One thing about me is I love to dance and never turn down an opportunity. We're in the dancing zone now.
May I put my hand up?
Yeah.
I'm a keen dancer. At a wedding, a few drinks in, genuinely, I will be cutting shapes for 5 hours. I always used to hate dancing at weddings. Never liked it. For some reason, at a mate's wedding, maybe it's when it's a mate's wedding, you've got more mates around as opposed to like a family wedding. I will cut shapes. I am on that dance floor, honest to God, when it opens until it finishes with only drinks breaks.
Well, wow, that's impressive. 2, don't expect that from me. 3, in the gatekeeping of dancing, I was on several dance teams in school, so I am semi-trained. So it's not uncoiffed? UNCOIFFED? Anyone know what that means? I don't know what that word means.
Let me Google. Uncoiffed.
What does that mean?
It means she's without coif.
Okay. Good.
To have hair that is unstyled, uncombed or disheveled.
It must be quiff then, like a quiff. So I'm not unquiffed or sloppy dancing. Whatever. So it's not unquiffed or sloppy dancing. During cocktail hour, the DJ is playing some great music, which I thought was more appropriate for the reception, and didn't want to let the songs go to waste, so to speak. So I danced a little bit. Nothing crazy, but I loved the music. People were looking my way, but not in shock, but almost like delight, like she's going to be fun on the dance floor tonight.
Oh my fucking God. I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment of this person.
You don't think they're all looking at her thinking, she's going to be fun on the dance floor tonight?
She's really good. That's what they're thinking. I think, because we've said about umbrage from weddings previously, or any dancing situation. I love a dance, you're not as into a dance. If I, the dancer, go up to somebody who is sitting down and says, come on, dance, I should kill myself. Because that is an awful thing to do to somebody. Don't force somebody to dance. Ever. That's awful.
Well, let's see if that's where this is going, because finally, the reception starts, and they're doing to bridal party announcements where the DJ plays songs and the couples dance together onto the dance floor. I love hyping people up and getting the party started. So as each couple was announced, I'd subtly hype them up and show them some fun moves to go along with the songs.
Oh my
Nothing
fucking
crazy.
God.
I'd point at them and do something like shake my shoulders and encourage them to do the same. Eventually, my date asked me to cool it. So I did. By the fourth couple. Yeah, like, oh
going,
God.
fucking
Tanya.
stop. Oh my fuck, Tanya,
please.
Tanya.
Please.
Tanya. And look at her, and just goes,
but look at Granny over there.
Tanya.
But
Tanya.
she's doing the rope. Yeah.
Oh my. Going, yeah, what's up?
So I trained at school for this.
Doing a perfect robot. Yeah? What's up?
Every time it cuts back to Tanya, she's doing something else. Like, you need to stop, Tanya. What do you mean, doing the worm?
Doing the worm. Encouraging people to do the worm with feathers.
Eventually, my date asked me to cool it, so I did by the fourth couple and didn't do it again, as it seems they had routines they practiced anyway. I didn't think it was a big deal to help out, but I stopped when asked.
Okay, which is good. It's good. It's good that they stopped when asked. That's good.
Yep.
You misread it. People misread things.
Agreed.
They've misread the situation.
That's why they clicked on this video.
It's not another Ludwig video, guys. Sorry. They've misread the situation, and I understand why they might have thought that it was going to be a good thing for them to do to help people out.
Yeah.
However, I just know this person's American. This person's obviously fucking American, right?
Very, yeah.
Obviously.
On cheerleading team.
Yeah.
Okay, what does she do next? I spent most of the night on the dance floor afterwards, dancing with everyone and generally hyping up the crowd. I could tell a lot of guests may have not felt confident, so I would make sure to go to the table sitting down and try to get them on the dance floor, because I know it's important at weddings for guests to have fun. Enforced fun can piss off and die. I hate enforced fun. I hate enforced fun.
Fuck you!
So much.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
This is making me tense reading this from first person.
That's obviously awful. So we read a thing a while ago, an Am I the Arsehole of a dad who made his daughter who said,
Death by feathered worms.
He said, I want my daughter to have a good birthday. She just wants to sit in her room. Was I the arsehole for bringing all the family around, doing like a big thing with a bouncy castle? Yes, they were the arsehole. This is the same situation. You don't get to decide how somebody else has fun. Their fun might be sitting with their mates, having drinks, and people
might not have seen
watching.
them in years. These are mates they might not have seen in 20 years. It might be the old folks, oh, I'm so sad Bertie's dead. Anyway, cheers. And come dance with me.
And it also doesn't matter if they've seen each other 30 minutes ago. If they see each other every day, if they don't want to dance, don't fucking make them dance.
At one point, though, the mother of the bride or groom, couldn't tell, not my problem, looked at me and rudely quipped.
Did she say not my problem?
No, sorry, I added that. That was a bit of cool flair. She said couldn't tell, though. She said couldn't tell. Okay, looked at me and rudely quipped, can you please stop? We don't know you.
Now that's rude.
When I was dancing next to her table trying to get the grandparents up.
Oh my fucking God. You're not the main character, love. They don't know you like that, bro.
What do you mean? I'm just trying to get everyone to have a good time.
Worming.
What have I done wrong? So she turns around. So anyway, I'm just trying to get everyone to have a good time.
It's just, I think that if you are in this situation, you need to just slink into the background of this wedding. Be there. Have your own fun with your mate or coworker, or whoever it was. Just have fun with that.
Meet people, say hello.
Like, you are not the ambassador of fun. If the bride is trying to get people up, I still don't like that, but I understand it more. I give them more grace, but I still inherently disagree with their decision. But I give them more grace in that.
I think the thing is that it's not like playing football, which is fun. Dancing's not fun. That's the problem.
No, so this is not where you're being cynical.
If it was eating Doritos, and you're like, come on, eat some Doritos.
Come
that's
on,
fair
be
enough.
human for a minute. Just give it a go.
But I'm not. I have danced at a wedding, but I don't. It's not something I'd put on my CV of things I enjoy doing. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes I find myself doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Sure, that's completely fine.
I sort of like being the awkward dancer. I'm okay with that shtick.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was dancing next to the table trying to get the grandparents out in their Zimmer frames.
Fucking insane, by the way.
Bill with one leg, he had to get it amputated last week due to diabetes. He's like, I can't dance, love, it's just come off.
To even, quite frankly, interact with the grandparents. A wedding with a coworker whose people you don't know the bride or groom to interact with the grandparents is mental.
I fully retreated and spent the rest of the night at my table and didn't even speak to my date because he basically started to ignore me after the announcements and during dinner service when I asked if he wanted to dance. He said no, he was eating, and rudely.
I understand, though, her asking him, do you want to dance? That's fine. I think asking someone, do you want, especially your date or whoever, I get that, but you have to leave it at one.
You know when Enzo's been really bad all day? He's been awful. You've gone to an event together or whatever, and he has just been all his worst habits at once, right? Yeah. And then he might cutely put his paw on you, but you're not in the mood for that. You know, it's still annoying. Even if what he's doing in that moment is okay, you're like, mate, I have had enough of you today.
I just look at him, I just
train
say,
you well enough.
I just go, move. And he goes, all right. He knows move to be like, Dad's annoyed. I'll get away before I get hit.
So that was, even though you know it's wrong, you know that you should be praising this interaction.
Exactly, yeah.
You're not in the mood anymore. So, am I the asshole for dancing at a wedding? I get that I wasn't a friend or family, but I was a guest and even brought a card to a couple I just met that day.
That's
My
nice.
Coworker hasn't texted me and I see him tomorrow. I also wanted to reach out to the bride via Facebook to see if photos were posted yet and thank her for the lovely time.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Hi there. You might remember me. I was the +1 to the +1.
I was wondering. I was the woman that either your mum or your mother-in-law scorned. I was the scorned person.
Yeah, I dragged old Bill onto the dance floor. I rolled him, the one with no legs. Don't you remember?
I rolled old Bill in the barrel around the dance floor.
He was a great feathered worm.
I think this is the exact awful person that I referenced at the start of getting people to dance, saying, oh, I have fun dancing, therefore you will have fun dancing.
Yeah.
Oh my, what did the comments say? Oh my God.
You want to see what the people say?
I need
top
this.
comment. I've not read these. Okay, 4,000 upvotes.
Beautiful.
For dancing, no. For drawing attention to yourself by hyping people up during their introduction or wandering around harassing people at tables because you think people can't have fun unless they're doing what you think is fun, yes, very YTA.
That's the T.
You got to stop with that. You have to stop with that.
That is absolutely everything that I'm thinking. Absolutely fantastic. I think, like, they know that they are wrong, as Chat is alluding to, because they have just said, am I the arsehole for dancing at a wedding?
I hate
And then they
wording like
put
that.
in every awful thing that they did. Like, yes, at the core of it, you are you only danced at a wedding, or you danced at a wedding. But that's also like somebody saying, am I the arsehole for touching a piece of metal? And it's because they pulled the trigger. Like yes, technically you touched metal. Yes, I understand. But the metal did make a thing happen into somebody's brain. So you are the arsehole for that, I would argue.
But now they can't stop dancing. They're going, oh my God. Yeah, exactly. So that's nice. You're the arsehole. I love to dance and never turn down an opportunity. I'd subtly hype them up and show them some fun moves to go along with the songs. Dancing with everyone and generally hyping up the crowd. Whoever's mother that was is right here. No one asked you to do that. You're a stranger to them. Yes, part of a wedding reception is a party, but it's a party for the married couple. That's very true. You decided to make yourself married couple. Or MC. Oh, make yourself MC. Oh, I thought it was married couple. It was MC.
Sure. I also, am I the arsehole for writing on a piece of paper? I went up to the marriage document and scribbled out the bride's name and wrote mine in. Am I rude?
Oh dear. So yes, you are
100%. That is unbelievable. That really is terrible. So I'm getting married in 2 weeks-ish, give or take. Actually, under 2 weeks now, which is quite fun, thank you. And I've already said to you and the other groomsmen, basically, as there is in any given social setting, there will be moments where we will say, or the host will say, hey guys, start the buffet, or hey guys, eat the cake, or whatever. You need some people to begin doing those things. Exactly.
That's brilliant. That's why you invited me, right? You need Big Boy to come and eat some cake.
Your first, second, and third cake eater. So for ours, we need people to hop in halfway through our first dance, so then everybody is then dancing. But we need some people to just be the first people to join the dance floor with us, right?
Yeah.
You and my other groomsmen will be doing that role, as will the bridesmaids, and then that will then mean that everybody is then going to join the dance floor. So that's fine. You need to be called upon to do these things. As far as I know, if we have any wedding drama, by the way, it's going straight on the podcast. We are going through wedding drama on this podcast.
Spill the tea.
And that's the tea. So we're going to have any wedding drama if it happens. Fingers crossed we don't. But yeah, I hope this does not happen at our
God, was that a threat? Because I said make it our own, and then you said weapon.
Yeah, that's weird that I just said weapon, isn't it?
It is a little bit weird. Fun though, quite fun.
It's fun. Okay, would you like an am I la arsehole?
Yes, desperately.
So,
give me a meaty one. Give me a fat meat.
Okay. Am I the arsehole for taking my sister's depression dog away from her?
I love that depression dog is in inverted commas.
It is in quotes. It is in quotes in the thing.
As if you need to allow an animal to not feel depression. Oh, millennials, God.
Okay, so about 2 years ago, my parents split, and this really affected my sister, 17F, who about the same time was diagnosed with depression, not in quotes. I, 24F, being a uni student who lives away from home, couldn't be there for all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
And with my parents divorced, it was really hard for her to find a stable place to call home. So I talked with my mum, who she chose to live with, about getting my sister a dog in hopes to help her with recovery. We both knew it would be challenging, as my mum is a part-time nurse, so she wouldn't be able to help with taking care of the dog as much as she would like. After a bunch of talking, we eventually got my sister a year-old poodle, and it seemed to be great for her. Poodles are really hard dogs to look after.
I'm struggling with Jasper's poodleness at the moment. Like, no matter how much brain training I do, there's habits that I discussed before. I think that I am very good with dogs as someone who's not trained with them. Do you know what I mean? Up to the point of an amateur who looks at a lot of studies, there's that next level where you then need to actually be trained and really spot, like, that semi-tension means something I don't know, right? Mm-hmm. And the poodle in him I'm struggling with it at the moment. So to just chuck a 1-year-old poodle at somebody suffering from depression, a 17-year-old?
17-year-old. And also 1-year-old poodle then implies, doesn't say it yet, maybe we see it, but implies rescue. Or
that's what I'm wondering as well.
Somebody who can no longer look after it, family friend, whoever it is. But this poodle
somebody who gave up on the dog.
Or somebody who gave up on it, yeah. And it seemed to be great for her. She was getting out of the house more and really taking care of herself. And with some help of the most loving neighbour in the world, the dog was doing great too. Okay, so neighbour's also helping out. A year later, during the semester break, I went back home for a 2-week visit, and in all honesty, the first thing I noticed was that the dog was severely overweight. I asked about it, and my sister brushed it off, saying, he's just older now. Regardless, I took the dog to the vet, where I was told he'd need to be put on a diet and exercise more frequently. I told this to my sister, who was very angry I did this behind her back. In hindsight, I should have spoken to her about this. Fair enough.
Yep. Okay.
And she said she would do what the vet said. And during the 2 weeks, it looked like she was doing this. I then went back to uni. When the year ended, I went back and the dog still looked like a large spherical ball of poodle. I asked my sister about it, and she said she had done everything the vet asked. Well, you haven't. If this is happening, then you haven't. I went back to the vet, who told me my sister had not been back for follow-ups. After this, I again spoke to my sister about it, where she said, it's my dog, why do you care?
Hate sis. We've 180'd, haven't we? We were fully on sister's side, but she's fucked it up.
80-20. Because I think it's also fair for the other sister. She should have asked about to take it to the vet, but it's also fair for her to think, this dog is too fat, let's try and sort this out.
No, I'm talking about from the first line, for taking my daughter's depression dog away. At that point, we were, sisters. At that point, we were fully on the sister's side. Mm-hmm. but it's starting to reveal.
Yeah.
It's starting to unravel itself.
And fat dogs as well. It's like they can only eat what you give them. So just give them less. Like it's not like they can then sneak into the cupboard and then make a pot noodle.
No, true. Nice. Some dogs do eat a lot of poo. I've heard that.
But how calorific is poo?
I don't want to know. Honestly, it's a question I hope I never have the answer to.
That's why you put on weight, isn't it?
Yeah.
This really got to me, so I took the dog to live with me, and my dad just took it. Where I have been for the last month or so. Since then, he's back on track for his weight loss journey and looks much healthier.
The dog. There's lines of communication that aren't being drawn together.
Communicated to us.
Communicate to us, but also between them. So the implication is that she was like, "Oh, okay, swipe." It seems like
in
a
the
bit of a
middle
swipe.
of the night, bag on the dog's head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
Where are my Wheatos and Cheetos? Oh, I want my donuts.
One of them was 1 minute. It's my dog. Why do you care? So anyway, I stole it. It's like, what? There had to be something that went on in there.
Yeah.
Over this period, my sister has been non-stop about getting the dog back, calling me 24/7 and getting into yelling matches in person. I really don't know what to do. I understand that this dog has been great for her mental and physical well-being. Honestly, I forgot that his sister had depression.
Yeah,
the
depression
fact
mode.
that this dog was helping her depression, and then by request of the sister, by OP, who then has taken the dog away from her, essentially taking away her therapy in a way.
Yeah.
And then giving her no form of replacement for this dog.
There's no talk of, I had a serious conversation with her and I explained to her that she is killing this animal that she loves very much, and I'll look after it for a month, get it back to where it'll be, and then we can work together.
And
Do you know what I mean?
maintain,
It's I took the dog. It's like, okay, was she up for that? Yeah.
And now I get why the sister's annoyed. I understand that this dog has been great for her mental and physical well-being, but I feel like her actions, or lack thereof, is just abusive to the pup. But at the same time, I feel like I'm hurting my sister by taking the thing that has helped her so much over the last couple of years. Am I the arsehole? Now, there's 2 edits, so I'll read them before we get to the conclusion.
Okay, because also before you say those edits, this is a rare one where there's actual nuance. I can't think of too many AITAs where there's points to make for both sides. So this is an intriguing one you found here. Well done.
All 3 of us discussed it over at the time, and she was really into the idea of a dog. We all talked about responsibility and managed to get the neighbour involved who took care of him on days when my sister or mother couldn't, and also took care of his grooming once every 6 or so weeks. That's frequent grooming, because you do take your dog to a groomer.
Once every 8 weeks. Now we've got a sort of regular one because he gets poorly quick. You know, especially during the summer, but it's like, we can brush him as much as we want. And every time we brush him, there's, the under fur.
Yeah, the undercoat,
there's just endless amounts of it, no matter how often we brush him. His ends are not the same.
Oh, he's never been to a groomer.
Really?
Never. But then I'll chop him. I'll give him little chops. I cut little bum cheeks in for him. So he did have he gets really long bum fur. The bit where it looks like cheeks. That bit kind of extends and becomes really long. So last year I trimmed it down a lot, and that boy looked voluptuous. So I then made it look even funnier, and then proper cut bum cheeks into him, and I cut a naked V around his bumhole so that he doesn't get poo on himself. He looks he's chewy. Whenever he's done with me grooming him, we always walk around and say he's cheeked up to the gills, or cheeked up with nowhere to go.
That's so funny.
Great. My sister had been in and out of therapy for the last 3 years to varying degrees of success. It was only at a point where she was in recovery that the therapist suggested the idea of a dog. Finance and transportation are not an issue for anyone. Vet is a 10-minute walk from my mum's house, and they can both drive, and the dog has insurance. Okay, before we scroll to the comments.
Yeah, really intriguing.
For taking the depression dog away from her.
No, but she did it in the wrong way. I believe she said it was a she, right, with her sister? They're both sisters, I believe?
Yeah, both she's.
Yeah. I believe that she did it in the complete wrong way. That dog needs, for its sake, to have a happy life, to not be in that household. It's very sad. And I can see in chat people saying that, there's an understanding there that the girl is depressed, and it's sort of one of those things that can happen. But if you're not taking care of yourself, that's on you. It's not the dog's choice to not take care of itself. And that dog needed to be removed from that situation, in my opinion.
Temporarily, so that then she could then get back on track. Because completely removing the dog from this is not great for the dog. I can't imagine the dog's having a great time away from what it considers its family.
And it's missing its Doritos as well. I've been there.
And it's without Doritos. And I also feel like the sister just sort of needed to be told firmly, really. I think this to me feels like a really big decision that has been made seemingly not on a whim, but like pretty carefree. Just like, you're looking after the dog, I'm stealing it. That's not the solution. I don't get why that's the solution.
I imagine it's the solution because if I was to put on my psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever the fuck one it is, hat.
Yeah.
Parents are divorced.
Yeah.
Sister is 7 years older than the other sister.
Correct.
So she's probably taking the parent role, and she's not experienced in doing that. So she's probably thinking, no, this is the right thing to do. I'm going to do it for your own good and for the dog's own good. Yeah. I imagine that's why she's then overreaching. You know,
I think
trying to be both parents at once.
But I do think she is overreaching.
She is for sure, in not discussing it.
Yeah, I think that if you've not discussed this, and you've not, again, we don't know, this might have happened, but they've not said it, so we can't assume it has happened.
Exactly, we have to assume it hasn't if they haven't said it, because you'd say that. You'd say we discussed it.
Yeah. I think that basically, as per the tag that says it at the start that I didn't tell you,
what does it say?
Everyone sucks here. This is an everyone sucks here kind of post.
Does everyone suck here? I think everyone's close to not sucking here, but sort of does. It's more, there's more nuance than that still.
So, well, the top comment, everyone sucks here. I think it's because they've only got, you're the arsehole, not the arsehole, everyone sucks here.
Okay.
Essentially, there is nuance to this, and I get both sides, is what everyone sucks here means. Your sister is old enough to take care of the dog, but you never involved her in the care of the dog. You just took the dog to the vet and said, vet said this. Again, though, she's old enough to understand vet said this and that the dog needs it. I suggest bringing sister along to the vet and having the vet explain that the dog being overweight causes them extreme pain on their joints and can cause other health issues that can greatly shorten their lifespan and quality of life. And I think that's a very good point, that this person has depression. The one thing that they do ultimately have control over, which is this dog, for better or for worse, they've got control over this dog. I think that they need to make sure that they are then involved in that process. I think this person actually done, nailed it really well. Why are you taking my thing and telling me what to do with it? Fuck you.
Yep.
This is my thing.
But it's its own living thing, though, is the problem.
I'm saying from the sister's depression mode.
Yeah, depression mode and young developing brain mode as well. If she's not a natural with dogs as well and can't sort of empathize with the animal. But then, I don't know. I think that if the dog is that overweight that it is being killed by the sister, then taking it away is the right thing to do.
There's
still better ways to do that. However, there's one party in this story that I'm interested in, and it's the dog. Do you know what I mean? I don't care so much about the sister relationship. I don't care so much when it comes to another living animal that can't fight for itself. I don't care for as much for the little sister either, even though I empathise and sympathise with her. Do you see what I mean? So what's best for the dog? Taking the dog away.
Okay, so there is one on there that says, honestly, you're the arsehole. So, honestly, this is the third top comment. You're the arsehole for getting a living being for a person with depression to take care of and only really making sure it was treated right when you're on semester breaks from school.
No, that's a good point.
Isn't a thing you get to help someone. I think it can be. I think there's been some people. You ever seen Afterlife? There's been, some people that can get a dog.
Dogs are magic.
Well, what's a dog? What's it got 4 legs for? We've only got 2.
Right. We'll react to this at some point as well. This clip from Afterlife, which is like, what does it eat? An adult woman. What does a dog eat?
What's a dog eat? I can only assume quavers and Easter eggs. Fill me in a cunk. You're better than this.
Yeah, right, exactly.
A dog isn't a thing you get to help someone. It's a living being that needs to be taken off correctly. I'm surprised the worst that has happened is the dog is overweight. Depressed people often just let their pets go to the bathroom whenever they want because they don't have the mental energy to clean up after them. Again, though, some people will get better because they have got a dog. And then they think, well, I can't be in bed all day because I need to walk the dog, Larry the dog. And if I don't get out of bed, I can't walk Larry. They then walk Larry. They then see a bakery. Then they're like, oh, that looks nice. Maybe I'll nip in there tomorrow.
We have a great comment.
Moving.
We have a great comment from our virtual audience. Pets don't cure depression. It can be helpful, but you need to treat it right. Part of the therapy of the dog is being able to care for and look after someone other than yourself. And I would say that for that, it has to come with like guidelines. It has to come with tracks. You can't just lop an animal at a depressed person and be like, you'll cheer up, you'll fix it.
For sure.
It has to be, okay, look after this dog. I'll be here tomorrow to check in. And if you can't walk the dog on this day, I'll walk the dog for you. And then eventually come with me for a walk. And then eventually, now you're doing it.
But does it then also, that then just becomes the sister's dog? And then she's just got a dog that then she's like, oh, fuck, I'm at uni, so now I can't actually look after this dog.
She probably shouldn't have brought a dog.
Maybe.
Because also, again, another thing that's not mentioned here is, was the sister saying, I'd love a dog, it will really help me? Because that's something else as well, the desire to look after this thing. From what I can tell.
Yeah, it said... All three of us discussed it at the time, and she was really into the idea of a dog. But equally, maybe she was into the idea of a dog, but then didn't actually consider how much it takes. Because when I first got Enzo, he was a rescue, 6 months old. I thought at multiple points, I cannot do this, and I wanted to give him back. I wanted to get rid of him. I'm very happy that I didn't, but you need to, as somebody as well, I've lived with dogs since I've been like 10 years old. We've had dogs in my family for years.
Yeah.
It's so different owning a dog to living with a dog. It is a completely different scenario. It really is.
Well, that was a very good one. I'm very curious what everybody thinks. If you're watching this on YouTube or in the Twitch chat right now, please post your thoughts, because I'm truly split on that one. I would say, it's tough to say without a lot of key information, but that's an interesting tale there.
Very good, interesting tale.
Can we take a little quick detour, because I found a this or that from Mr. Beast of all people on YouTube.
That's the start.
I'm curious. I'm curious if we can discuss it ourselves.
We found a this or that from Mr. Beast. What do we think?
Perfect. That was so good. Okay, so this is it. I've shared it. I'm going to use that. I've shared it in here, and we can discuss with our chat live now.
Okay.
Let me just open up my tabs. Okay, so Stumpy Goblin and our chat.
Hello.
Would you rather stop aging for 100 years or receive $1 billion right now?
Goodness gracious. See, well, am I that confident about the next 100 years?
You think it might be a crap 100 years?
Stressed. I'd be so stressed. Waiting about. Also, I'm then going to outlive Anna. Don't love the idea of that.
Yeah.
But like at least 100 years.
Would you give her 100 years of no aging as well? God, I didn't even realize it was no aging. So do you stop aging for 100 years and then you get the other sort of 10 that you'll have?
If I make it to 41, I'm fine. I would say I would go. I'd take the Billy. I think I'd have to take the Billy, because I think that I would have a better quality of life, even if it is shorter life, with $1 billion in the situation that I'm currently in, compared to if I had another 100 years. I don't think I'd make that much more money.
What I'd say then is the whole sort of +1 thing does make it an easy answer for the Billy. What if it was 50 years each for you and Anna, and 50 years each for me and Linnea? Because that changes things. Because now you said that about Anna.
From you and Linnea, and then add them to me and Anna.
Sure, that's what Mr. Beast has said. Mr. Beast had said Stumpy Goblin could take 50 years from Linnea and Emil, and he and Anna will last 50 years longer each.
50 years
or
more.
$1 billion
so we'll make it to
right
like
now.
130 or whatever.
Or 100.
Again, and I'd like to take $1 billion from you. I'd like to put you $1 billion in debt.
I wish you fucking could, mate. I wish you could take $1 billion off me.
It would. Right now, we're strapped for cash as wedding is coming up. That $1 billion sounds lovely.
That's right. So that would cover your sort of like embroidered.
They would cover the embroidered napkins. I would. Yeah, I'd go Billy. I think that then means I never have to work again. It means Anna never has to work again. It means that I could pay off my parents' house. It means that I can set up my family generationally.
Yeah, any money thing you can do. It's not even a question of, can I afford this? It's just you can.
I just can. Like 500 grand on a house, okay.
You're laughing at that. You've already made it more. By the time you've signed it, it's already made itself back and then some.
What's 5% interest on a Billy?
Have you just got it on the Lloyds? You got it in your Lloyds current account, $1 billion.
I think so. A 5% interest rate on a Billy is 50 milli a year.
So you make 50 milli from your Billy every yearly?
Yeah.
You make 50 milli from your Billy yearly?
And it's 137 grand a day.
That's not bad. That's not bad going. It's a bit more than we earn.
Mum, do you want a house? Give me till Thursday. There you go.
Would you buy me out of subpar with a generous offer? Or
I'd buy myself out of subpar. But would it be whatever the accountant says our company is currently worth.
You'd give it what it's worth, not like, here's 10 million for your troubles.
Would I
for
give
getting
you
me to
a
this point.
kickback? I think I'd employ you. I would buy your half of subpar.
Okay.
I would then employ you, and I would then
ignore all my suggestions.
Ignore your suggestions. Let it fail. Buy you.
Okay.
And that's my dream.
So, to answer the question, you would be going for $1 billion.
I feel quite confident that I would go for a Billy. Yeah.
I'd go for 50 years of no aging each for me and my beloved partner, Linnea. I think that'd be fun. I love seeing how the world works out. It seems like we're in the minority here, but I do love my biggest annoyance of dying isn't that I can't make an impact anymore. It's that I can't watch the world go by. I don't know what will happen next in the football. I don't know how EastEnders ends. That's what would annoy me.
I don't know how EastEnders will end. The fact that it registers to you.
It's the perennial thing.
Like, I don't know if the American Empire will collapse in my lifetime. I don't know what aliens are going to be like when they come to Earth. Not does Barry off EastEnders get Janine locked up for killing him in 1998.
Yeah, but does he?
Don't know, but that's not the important thing.
Doesn't that hurt you as you're lying on your deathbed?
I don't think Barry from EastEnders is going to register on my radar when I'm on my deathbed.
Okay, well, let's have a vote. So, Stumpy, you're very much voting for $1 billion. Chat, one in chat if you're voting for $1 billion. This is on the officially unofficially account. We'll vote for this based on what people say. We got a Billy, we got a 1, we got lots of ones. Yep, people are saying $1 billion. And Mr. Beast's readers and listeners and watchers said 83%, $1 billion.
I think that, like, ultimately, in the next 100 years, I just don't back it to be good.
That's a sad thing.
I don't back it to be good enough for me to think that was worth it. I also don't think I'm going to make enough money in that time, because ultimately all that time is going to be spent working. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be working for these 100 years and then another 30 years after.
Yeah, but what's Barry up to? What's Janine doing? What's Janine doing?
Okay, I'll pay John EastEnder, and I will then have him tell me the script of what happened.
Yeah, you could pay for EastEnders to end.
Maybe that's what I'd do. I'd make it actually East End. That would be nice. I think that. Well, are you, before you move on?
Yeah,
like, how on the, if it was 100 years for you, or it was get rid of the 50-50. If it was the original question, would you still go 100 years for you? Because bear in mind that buys you 50 years without Linnea.
Well, so obviously that makes it really tough because of my beloved. You know what I mean? Especially after you've said, I couldn't live without Anna. I can't then say, give me the 100 years. So you've snookered me there. If I existed in a vacuum and it was just me.
If we ignore our loved ones.
The partners,
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. If we're both destined to be single forever, we are ambiotic creatures. What is it? The ones that don't ever mate or whatever? Maybe asexual. What I'm saying is, I live in a universe where I'm not going to find a +1, right?
Okay.
I think at that point,
99% of universes for you.
I think I probably would go for the 100 years of no aging, just out of intriguement.
Really?
Intriguement. Yeah, I just would happily know that there's more lifespan that I've got to go.
What if it's shit? What if you do genuinely?
It might be
100 years later, it's 2126. You've got your time, but you've got the genie gives you a watch, and then now you're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You get to the end, and it's been shit. It's been shit for 100 years. Would you then be like, I should have taken the fucking Billy?
Probably, yeah. I'm sure at many points in my time of 100 years of no aging, I would think I should have taken the Billy. But I'd be able to, I'd be able to see.
Could you live with that more, do you think, than you should have lived for another 100 years?
I mean, ultimately, if I'm actually offered it and they show me the check and they show me the grape
watch
that I'll eat that will give me the 100 years, I'd probably take the check realistically. That's the safe option. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But there'd always be a part of me thinking, as I'm growing older, as I'm 50, 60, 70, aging, rich but aging, I'd probably be thinking I'd happily be wandering Earth still.
Yeah,
I
wish I could play with my great-grandkids. Oh my God, that'd be so nice.
There you go, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly. You could play with your great-grandkids. You could give them life advice. And I'm sure at some point you'd strike it rich during that time.
Do you think?
I don't know.
Do you think you're more, I guess you're more likely to. But
I think
you
so.
still don't know what's going to do well.
No,
it's not
true.
like you're traveling 100 years and then coming back. That's a different question. Like travel
What do you
100
mean?
years in the
Go
future.
to time travel?
Yeah, if I could time travel 100 years for an hour and then I'll come back, I'll just look at, I'll Google, I don't know, whatever it's called then, Zoogle or whatever. Because it's futuristic. Let's change it to Zoogle.
With an X.
Yeah.
It's Elon Musk owned.
I would then look back at investments, blah, blah, the boring things, the Back to the Future stuff. I'd look in the almanac and then see who won the Super Bowl in 1974 and then think, fuck, that's 50 years before where I'm coming from. This is a terrible idea.
May I offer you a Tony Stark quote? No amount of money ever bought a second of time.
It's true, and I know that he lived with regret because his parents were killed by, spoilers, Bucky. Found out in Captain America Civil War, I think.
Really? By big bucks? Is that why they had a civil war? Because they killed each other's parents?
No.
I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
The Civil War was about whether they should keep essentially being mercenaries or whether they should be controlled by their government.
Oh, well,
and
Bucky,
that was the Civil War.
More like fucky.
Tap me up for that one, brother.
Yeah. I'll add a sound effect to that.
Okay.
Shall we read it?
So give me your last arsehole.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I'll offer you two. I found three. I'll offer you two of them, and you can pick which one you want. And the next one, we can save for the next one of these. So, AITA for not wanting to hear about my coworker's deceased aunt is option one. That's option one. So, deceased aunt is option one. And AITA for wanting 2 rooms in a new house I'm moving to is option 2.
We got to go dead aunt.
You're going dead aunt?
I'm going dead aunt. Yeah, I'm going all in, full hog on the dead aunt.
Okay, I'm assuming that our audience are going to agree with number 1. It's like, play your cards right. Do you know what I mean? Should we go with 1? Should we go with 2? They're all 1. Everyone's saying 1. No, just...
The numbers are coming in.
Look, do you think Dale Winton's +1? It's going, oh, fuck him. Dale was like, who's going to win? It's like, shut up, Dale Winton. Stop talking to the people watching.
Dale. Isn't Dale Winton dead?
Probably. That's what they probably didn't fuck him enough.
Is Dale Winton dead? Yeah, 2018. 8 years ago he died.
Wow, what a dickhead. Okay. Am I the asshole for not wanting to hear about my coworker's deceased aunt? I, 30s male, was interrupted at work first thing in the morning by my 40s female, I'll refer to as Alice, coworker, telling me about her aunt's passing. It doesn't say anything about headphones being on either. That'll justify it.
Okay.
As I'm sitting at my PC working this morning, Alice barges in and states she had a bad weekend due to her aunt's passing.
Interesting. Immediately Alice is the villain in this person's story.
Yeah, barges in.
Yeah.
She then goes on to tell me in detail how they moved her from the ICU to hospice and that she got to be there as she passed. For context, she does this not even an hour after I start work, and it's Monday morning after the weekend.
Irrelevant. Not really relevant though, is it? Yes.
Discussing this type of topic makes me very uncomfortable, but I didn't want to stop her because it seemed rude, so I let her tell me the 30-minute story.
Fuck me.
After her story, and some tears, she goes back to her office. By the end of the whole thing, my mental state was a mess due to some past trauma surrounding this topic.
Now,
I would like to know whether you can
wokely
wokely have a go at someone with trauma.
No, not at all. I'll lay into the fucking depressed mode as much as I like. I'm wondering, firstly, are they in a shared office, or did Alice barge into OP's private office? That's part of it. Whether this is, whether anybody questions that, I don't know. But that would be part of it for me. If it's just into the office in general, and she sits down and she's telling a few people, and John OP is just there, that's a different scenario too. But let's take his word for it and say that Alice barges into the office that he occupies an hour into the workday on Monday. You can be uncomfortable for a bit.
You can suck that up, can't you? Yeah.
You can fucking suck it. It made you uncomfortable. Her aunt is fucking dead. I'm
really
sorry. Could she have handled it better? Yeah, I think she could. She could have said, I've had a really tough time. Do you mind if I just vent a little bit? I'm feeling awful. Or whatever.
True.
If she barges in and goes, oh my fucking God, Marjorie croaked it. And then she goes off for half an hour about, Big Marge falling off a bike and then getting hip infection. 30 minutes is also a long time, our chat is saying. I agree. I think OP is being a bit of an arsehole. They're being insensitive. Sometimes, in these situations, you just got to fucking suck it up.
Well, there's more. I complained to a friend about how inconsiderate it is to barge into someone's office and take up their time with a traumatic event, but I was told I was being rude and should have shut down the conversation and set boundaries if showing empathy was too much. Brackets making me feel worse. In an
I don't
attempt
know
to
how
come
you
up
do
with
that without being fucking mental.
You can do that. You could say, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry about Marjorie. That's really tough. Do you mind if we talk? Sorry, listen. Do you mind if we talk at lunch? I really have to finish this. Something like that, or I fuck off because I've got to finish this.
Sorry. Could you just do me a favor and fuck off? Could you just? Sorry.
I've got some spreadsheets.
I hate to be a dick, but could you fuck off? Is that all right? We've both had a tough time. I lost the bingo. Like, we've both had a bad weekend. Oh,
it's about to get worse. In an attempt to come up with a solution, I choose to tell Alice a few hours later that I am sorry about her aunt's passing, but that not only did she take a lot of my time, but she also trauma dumped on me and made my day a little worse.
You can't revisit it. You obviously can't revisit it.
Once it's done. Why'd you bring it back?
What have you gained? You've not gained your half an hour. You've not gained not being traumatized. Boo fucking who. You've not gained anything from this apart from just saying, you know that thing you did earlier?
Which is over now and might have helped you.
Which is over and might have been helpful to you who's having, quite frankly, a horrific time watching your aunt die.
We will all miss Marjorie.
That made me a bit uncomfy.
I then added that in the future, her business is her business and I don't want/need to know about it. I said this in the kindest way possible. She then responded by saying she would just never tell me anything again, at which point I said that was fine. She did eventually apologize, saying she wasn't trying to be hateful, she just needed time to collect herself.
That's a really funny response where she goes, yeah, well, I'll never tell you anything again. Okay. Oh, sick. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank God we're on the same page.
It's not worked out like that, really, because she keeps trying to be a close friend when I send clear signals. I just want to be co-workers and nothing more. Am I the asshole for not wanting to be involved in her personal life / be her friend? Also for setting a boundary because about her personal affairs due to her trauma dumping about her aunt. For context, I've shown up at a bar for her husband's birthday one time. Beyond that, our only contact is at work.
So I understand the point of this is how I was at work, right? Where people would invite me out to do to go on like work nights out and stuff. I'm not keen on a night out anyway, so I always said thank you for inviting me, but no, I'm good, but thank you for inviting me. I had no intention of being friends with anybody that I worked with at that place. Yeah, outside of work, I liked them as people. They were good colleagues. I left. I have not spoken to them in 8 years, and that's fine. That's just what happens in work. You work at a place, you hang out with those people, then you fuck off. I think that's okay. However, you do need to sort of read the social contract of, is this person having a horrendous time? I can put my feelings aside a little bit for now because they have ultimately had a worse time of it than me.
There's a lot, often these things, they remove their accounts and stuff. This was 10 months ago, and Oifran Case, the person's name, is a serial Redditor. I had to scroll to find this post. So there's loads of comments that she's made. I found one or two of the most downvoted ones because surprisingly, the people thought that she was the asshole.
Am I the asshole for killing my co-worker's aunt?
Yeah, you're not, is what old friend's eye says. To give perspective, I didn't handle her news well because I do have trauma from people passing. While she told me, I did express sadness for her loss, but it made me anxious to listen to the story and caused me to spiral a bit because it made me think back on bad memories. This doesn't excuse bad behaviour on my part, though. Thanks for your input.
No one's got good experiences with people passing, do they? Isn't essentially every time someone dies a bit of trauma? Also, can we get rid of this fucking language of, mate, trauma dumped on me? No, they told you a bit of a harrowing story. Unalived. Say suicide or killed themselves. Let's get rid of all this fucking... Oh, my, one that annoys me when people say, there's a serial rapist. No! Say the word! Say serial rapist! I've got my window wide open right now. Serial rapist! Stop using this fucking childish language for harrowing events. You need to just talk like a fucking adult. It tilts me so much.
Oh, it's a weird fetish.
It's an adult topic. Talk about it like an adult. If people can't handle the word suicide or kill or whatever, then they shouldn't be listening to the thing.
Okay, well, let's hope that doesn't demonetize us. So yeah,
I hate it. So okay,
anybody think that Hop isn't the baddie here?
What other comments were there on the post of people saying you're the arsehole? Because we never heard what the zeitgeist thought of this person.
Is this for real? You're the arsehole, obviously. Her family member died. Somehow you think you're the victim here? Just say sorry for your loss and move on. That reminds me of the IT crowd joke. Just say sorry for the loss and move on. I'm sorry for your loss. Move on. Not that hard. You actually went up to her. You actually went up to her and told her off about it? Trust me, there is no way to say those things in the kindest way possible. Big asshole.
That is an insane thing to do, is after having this already happened, you then go up to them again and say, sorry, you know that thing earlier on that might have helped you decompress? Never do that again. Don't you dare talk to me like that again. Because I get not wanting to be friends with people at work, but you need to play the game. You need it's a game. You have to just play the game.
Just a tad humanist, just be like, oh man, that really sucks. And it does.
That's so horrible.
It is tough if, someone's telling you a story you don't want to hear, but if it's every week something happens, it's like, oh, you'll never guess what happened this weekend. Oh, and it's like, oh, really? That's tough. But if it's, Marigold died, she's never died before. Marjorie's gone. Okay, that's fine.
Exactly.
I will listen to that, even if you're there thinking, "Get me out of it." You can look at, if you're hugging a crying, snotty person, you can make eye contact with someone behind you, like, "Oh," do you know what I mean? But you don't not hug. You just got to do it, and they go, "Oh, they're there." Ooh,
It's just such a lack of being an adult. I think that's my issue with it. They've just not got any semblance of the social contract of which we all sort of guess and abide by. They just haven't done that. So all the comments are saying you're the arsehole.
Yeah, basically. Nobody is on this person's side. I'll do a search for NTA.
Okay.
I can't find any. No hits.
Nobody.
It found NTA in the word contact. It found the NTA in the word contact.
That's funny. Okay, so they are clearly the arsehole. We had one earlier that was everyone sucks here, and then we had a couple where they were not the arsehole.
Very quickly. Not the arsehole, but with a small caveat. It sounds like Alice was genuinely grieving, and her emotional state didn't stop to consider that Monday morning, first thing at work, might not be the best time to unload. 30 minutes of unsolicited detail about a death is a lot, especially when it touched on your own past trauma. You're allowed to set boundaries about how much of that you can take in at work. You're not her therapist, and you are hired to do your job, not provide grief counselling. That said,
and I understand all of that,
harsh, is how you delivered your boundary, etc. But there's at least a bit of understanding towards that.
Yeah, for sure. And with all these things that there is nuance. And I don't think, for the record, that Alice nailed the social contract. I think that Alice going into an office and then trauma dumping about all of this stuff that happened to her on the weekend, her aunt dying, that's not good of trauma dumping. That's not a good thing to do to a coworker. Not great. You do that to a best friend. It's not the thing really for work, realistically. However, let a girl be wrong every now and then. It's okay to fuck up on the social contract every now and then, but you need to be aware of how you fucked up. I'm sure she might look back at this situation in a year's time and think, oh my God, I'm so sorry for just going in your office and then flooding about all of this.
Because I don't even care about Marjorie anymore. Now I think about it. Didn't even like her.
It was my aunt. I was walking past the hospice and overheard a name. That made me really sad.
I was walking past the zoo and they were talking about a feathered worm.
Apparently it died or whatever. Yeah, so there we go.
Blue feathers.
There we go. Thanks, everybody, for listening to episode number 39 of Officially...
Unofficially,
the best podcast on the bloody internet. And you are all arseholes. If you enjoyed it, drop a subscribe on YouTube, drop a follow on Spotify. Make sure you scrobble us on SoundCloud or whatever.
Last FM scrobbles.
Yeah, make sure you give us a Last FM scrobble if you're out there. Any final words, Cool?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I hope people in the audience and our virtual audience enjoyed it. Make sure you drop some smiley faces or some claps or something in the chat if you're in here listening to this. It's been a wonderful episode of Officially Unofficially. And if anybody is still hearing us speak and they've come here from the Ludwig videos, then hello, you're now one of us.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that.